What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and this is just another instant reaction as the Giants lose to the Tennessee Titans 17-0 and are officially eliminated from playoff contention. There were so many things that went wrong in this game, so many things that I thought would happen that just didn't happen in this game. For example, I thought the Giants would be able to run it on the Tennessee Titans. It was raining in this game, so I get it that you can't pass as well as you are normally used to, but how can you not run it as normally as you're used to? I mean, the Tennessee Titans have a good front. They're good against the run, this and that, but the Chicago Bears 2 weeks ago had the second best run defense in the NFL, and Saquon just ran all over that. The fact that it was raining in this game, I don't know if it was slippery, I don't know what it was, but the Giants couldn't open up any holes. The D-line for the Tennessee Titans were completely immovable on both sides of the ball. I did this on my preview when I went over all the positions and who has the edge in each position. I gave the edge to the Titans offensive line, and I gave the edge to the Titans defensive line. So I had a subscriber even say it on my preview, like, if this game is won in the trenches, which it usually is, you know, this game is not going to go very well for the Giants and they will lose. And I completely agree with that. You know, I gave the edge for a reason. They have a great offensive line, they have a great defensive line. We just don't match up well with that team. I told you guys from in the preview, and I told you guys weeks ago when you guys asked me about this game coming up, the Titans just don't match up well with this team. We're not good with RPO quarterbacks. We're not good, with these dual threat quarterbacks, of course, and we're not good with bruising backs that just can bully an offensive line. We have big meaty people out there, but we don't have enough guys out there to make enough plays. Landon Collins is obviously not there in the box, able to patrol the run, not able to do that. Marcus Mariota got loose a couple times. Against the run, we were completely, non-existent against the run. Dion Lewis even came out late in the third quarter and ran for some yards. Well, it was a fourth quarter as well. Dion Lewis even came out and did some of that. Derrick Henry just ran for another 170 yards, adding to his monstrous season so far, his latter half of the season. We look at just missed opportunities here. The Giants had a lot of calls against them, and I'm not going to blame this on the refs. The refs did have some stupid calls in this game that made absolutely no sense. There was a holding call by Evan Ingram, which he wasn't even holding, and it negated a Saquon Barkley 9-yard run. Of course they would do that, and it was a late flag, of course. And there were a bunch of calls like that. And then on top of that, we ran out of challenges in the first half of the game, so we couldn't challenge anything else from there on out. So that's just a big problem. The Giants, right before halftime, couldn't capitalize on at least a field goal. We went into halftime scoreless, just like this whole game was scoreless. We couldn't capitalize. Riley Dixon improvised, great improvisation there. He muffed the punt, and he wound up, running for a first down. But we couldn't capitalize on that. We couldn't move the ball down the field just a little bit more to get Aldrick Rosas in range to kick a field goal. So that was. Evan Ingram came up in this game. There were a lot of drop passes. I seen a lot of Giants players not wearing gloves. I guess that's a better, it's better for you not to wear gloves in the rain, I guess. Evan Ingram was there. Saquon Barkley dropped some passes. This was his worst game of his career, definitely so far. Worst game of the season for Saquon Barkley. Couldn't find any holes to run through. When he did bounce it outside, it was a 10-yard loss. There was one play in particular where he tried to bounce it outside. He just kept going on his feet. I'm like, dude, just go down. There are like 4 Titans around you. Just go down. The guy just kept running, kept moving himself back. Wound up being a 10-yard loss. It was like 2nd and 25 from there. So let's just go over a little bit of stats, and we'll talk about the game as we go along. Marcus Mariota, 88 yards on the day, 12 of 20, 88 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. He was just sacked once, and that was thanks to the help of our secondary. Our secondary really did that. It was like Sean Chandler and Michael Thomas in there for the sack. So nothing from B.J. Hill, nothing from Dalvin Thompson, nothing from Lorenzo Carter, Olivier Vernon. Olivier Vernon needs to get off this team. I've been talking about this forever. Olivier Vernon is nothing but a headache for this Giants team. Doesn't produce in sacks, doesn't produce on tackles, overcommits to the run. You don't know how many times I was able to see Olivier Vernon this whole season just look at a running back and just go right past him. Same thing with the quarterback. He will over pursue on a quarterback, and the quarterback would just make one move on him, and he's off to the floor. So Olivier Vernon needs to get off this team. I don't know if anybody will grab up Olivier Vernon's contract, but he cannot be on this team next year. On top of that, that frustration play by him, just nailing Dion Lewis to the ground, which is absolutely uncalled for, absolutely unnecessary. He was trying to release some frustration, and it wound up costing his team 15 yards. There were penalties that offset on there, but still, unacceptable. Look at Eli Manning. Eli Manning did not have his best day. Threw an interception in the red zone to Kevin Byard, which we could at least have gotten a field goal out of. If we could at least had there was two possessions where we could at least got field goals out of, at least 17-6. Give us in range to score another touchdown and get back in this game. You know what I'm saying? If we have to move down the field, if we have to move up the scoreboard with field goals, then so be it. I don't care how we do it, as long as we do it. But Eli Manning did not put that in our give us a chance to do that, throwing an interception to Kevin Byard in the red zone. Kevin Byard almost ran it back, but he was down by contact. And then you have him on the other side of the field. Eli Manning just, I don't know what it was. What is it, second down, third down? It didn't even matter. You know that the ball wasn't going to go anywhere anyway. Just take the sack. He winds up trying to flip it. It slips out of his hand because it is raining. He doesn't know that apparently. It slips out of his hand and it's a fumble. Eli has been just a culprit of doing that for such a long time. It's unbelievable and it's honestly sickening. Saquon Barkley runs for a career low of 31 yards on 14 carries, 2.2 yards a carry. Other than that, we didn't get to see any of Wayne Gallman. Nothing from the Tennessee receiving core. Luke Stalker came out of nowhere. I didn't think he was going to do too much of anything, but Corey Davis, I thought he would be a bigger threat. I thought Taywan Taylor would be a bigger threat. He wound up not doing that at all. But I did like what I saw out of Evan Ingram. I told you when Odell is not on the field, Evan Ingram does play well. Benny Fowler had some 2 good catches. We saw some one great catch from Corey Coleman, that 8-yard catch. I'm surprised he hung on to that. He did a great job there. Other than that, I mean, there's not really much to talk about in this game. We are mathematically out of the playoffs, and we just have to start looking towards the draft now. Will we win against Indianapolis? Will we win against Dallas? I honestly don't even pose that question as a big question I want to know. I just want us to, I honestly don't care if we win or lose. I'm going to be rooting for us to win. I'm not going to be rooting for us to lose. I'm going to be rooting for us to win against, the last 2 games, but it's highly unlikely, and I don't really care, honestly. I just want us to play well. I want us to get something going. Like, honestly, if we lose, to the Indianapolis Colts and Cowboys, if we go, 0-2 from here on out, I don't care as long as we get some kind of motivation going on to the season. Like if Saquon Barkley breaks that rookie record, or Odell comes back and he just looks better and this offense is just clicking again. I want to establish some kind of offense. I think the defense is a project, but should be fine. But it's the offense I'm worried about. And if we can just go out of the season with our head up high, our head up high, then I think we'll be all right. So, I mean, that's the instant reaction to the Tennessee Titans defeating us 17-0. There's not much to talk about, guys. I don't know if you guys wanted me to say something that, you guys are looking for me to say something. There's not much to say. We're out of the playoffs now. It was a great road. The Giants put in a great fight. And you know what? I'm not going to hang this loss too heavy on them because they lost against a great team. And I'm surprised how the Tennessee Titans beat them because they're 2-5 on the road. They have a minus 37 point differential on the road. And they give up they have 12 giveaways on the road. They didn't have any giveaways in this game. So with that being said, the Giants are just always the first team to take a stat and just throw it away. Take possibilities and just throw it away. They would be the team that gets shut out at home against a road team that's 2-5 on the road. So it is what it is. Giants are out of the playoffs. I can't believe, man. I mean, the fight was there, man. I was so excited, but. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure to subscribe if you guys are new. Ring that notification bell so you never miss a video. And I'll see you guys in the next video.